The Nevada Parent-Teacher Association, known as the PTA, is celebrating its 75th anniversary this year. The organization was founded to promote cooperation between parents, teachers, educators, as well as the community. And as part of the celebration, the head of the National PTA is in Las Vegas. Joins us now, Laura Bay. Welcome to Inside Education.
Thank you. I'm doing great.
I know you've got a lot of activities that are happening while you're in town, but I think what I wanted to start with was just the PTA. I know people have heard the PTA, but I think a lot of people probably have a little disconnect on exactly what you do and how it relates to the kind of the educational experience for their kids. So maybe can you give us just a little primer on PTA, National PTA?
Well, you know, National PTA really starts with what's going on in our local communities. So local PTAs that are engaged around families, schools, learning, educational success, health and safety, that work that happens in that community then bubbles up to the state PTA, and the state PTA helps and supports all that work. That's why they exist, to support the work at the local unit. In the National PTA, we exist to provide resources, materials, programs, just like the state does, all the way down to the local unit. So 4 million members strong, but it's only strong because of the work that we do in all of our communities around PTA, family engagement, and success for every child.
This may seem like an odd question, but can anybody join the PTA?
Anyone can join the PTA.
Okay.
So we have business members that join as individuals. We have legislators, we have teachers, we have parents, aunts, uncles, caregivers. We have a wide variety. Anyone can join. And it's all, again, about making sure every child's potential is a reality in each of our communities.
Right. I know one of the priorities for the National PTA and the locals as well is career and college readiness.
Yes.
And I know that's something that the school district here has been very focused on with many different, magnet schools and that sort of thing. But tell me about why is that so important from the PTA's perspective? I think we all understand we want them, kids to grow and have good jobs. But from your perspective?
I think what we really feel is very important is that our kids, my children, our children spend time in a K-12 or a pre-K-12 education, public school system. And we want to know that when children and students are in that system, that they are learning things that will help them when they graduate. Right. Either choose a career path, go in the military, go to college or a trade school, and that they can do that with the confidence that all the learning they did from kindergarten up to 12th grade has them ready to take that next step, that there's no remediation, that they don't have to back up and do something that was missed along the way.
So I know you have a national perspective. How do you think we're doing on that front here in Nevada or Southern Nevada?
You know, I think what I've seen here, I was at Lampion Elementary last night with elementary school, and they were offering a reading night. And so they had parents there and kids that were doing the science area where they were digging up artifacts, and they had grow areas, and they had chicks there, and then they had an art center, and then they had a reading center, and then they had a math center. It's that community collaboration with educators and with the parents that just lets kids know learning's important, it's fun, and that everyone's wrapping their arms around me. And I think that that's what Nevada PTA and the Nevada schools want to wrap themselves around, is that care and that importance on learning.
All right. And very quickly before we go, one thing that parents can do if they can't go to the school board meetings and they feel, what can they do at home?
So what you can do at home, for instance, you can know what the big learning goals for the next 2 months in math are. Maybe it's geometry, maybe it's addition and subtraction, maybe it's that dreaded division. Right. And you can find ways to talk to your child about dividing is just breaking things into smaller parts. And so you find ways to do that. You don't have to go to the school to help your kids. You can have books in your home. You can show them reading and say, hey, let's do a reading night. All of those things.
Engage.
Engage the students, and they know it's important to their parents.
Oh, Laura Bay, thanks for coming on today. Appreciate your time.
Thank you. It's been wonderful.
Thanks.